Hey everyone, welcome to the semi-finals of the SC2AI Ladder Season 11 tournament. Very sorry for being on late. Unfortunately, our original caster had to drop out at the last minute, so I'm very grateful to have Ketchrock with me tonight to look over the games. Thank you for
Hey
coming
guys.
on. Welcome
Yeah,
again.
no problem.
How have you been finding the tournament so far?
It's been interesting. Couple new faces here. SwarmBot. I'm interested to see what he's going to pull off against MicroMachine.
Yeah,
And yeah, a lot of big name bots left over at the end, so I'm sure we'll see some good matches.
we've got a lot of top names. Two very old names and very experienced names, and two newer ones. So, good mix. We've
Hmm.
got Dominion Dog, which is Fidelina's bot, coming up later, playing against Spiny. Actually, let's take a quick look at the bracket, um, if we can. Just give me one moment.
Yeah, Spiny and Dominion Dog in the AI Arena ladder race finished number 3 and number 4 of
Yeah,
67 bots. So they are two big powerhouses. And then of course the number 1 bot, as always, is MicroMachine, so he's in the mix as well.
yeah. MicroMachine coming through a quarterfinal with Mad AI pretty comfortably, and SwarmBot bringing out what we all know he can in his quarterfinal against Sharpened Edge, which was a nice big highlight there. Um, Spiny with what looked like a tough match coming up against Strelok, just absolutely destroyed. And of course, Dominion Dog coming up against our old favourite additional pylons. So
Yeah, yeah.
all fairly good quarterfinals. So yeah, the first match tonight will be our old veteran champion Micro Machine up against the new up and coming cheese champion in Swarm. How do you see that one
Yeah.
going?
Well, I mean, I think it's a good thing that SwarmBot is very, very cheesy because if he was a macro bot, I would give him basically no chance of beating Micro Machine. But with cheese, you never know. If it's something that Raf and Unusual haven't planned for, it might work out. And he was bringing some new cheeses last week. I think I remember proxy hatch builds, and who knows
Yeah.
how Micro Machine react to things like this.
So one thing to note is that the bots haven't been able to update in the last week, so this is the same bot they played with in the quarterfinals. I have the first match up and ready to go. If you're ready,
Yeah, ready when you are.
okay. Well, let's get this underway then in our first semi-final. Um, ready to go in 3, 2, 1, go. Do you want to do intros?
Sure. In the bottom right, we have the red Zerg, the brand new bot. It is SwarmBot. And in the top left, we have the final boss. It is the blue Terran. It is MicroMachine.
Yeah.
So already seeing a drone going across the map right at the start of the game.
This is no
So
surprise.
early, it's literally nothing this drone can do,
Yeah.
except for harass a worker. It's even too early to throw down a proxy hatch.
I mean, you say that, but he's just literally gone there. There we go.
Oh, okay, I was wrong. Apparently you can mine 300 minerals that quickly.
Wow. Yeah. Is he using the technique that Scarlet was using for mining? Because that might be something
No,
that
he
gives
may
you.
have cut his 14th worker
Hmm.
and throw it down at 13 to 14. I'm not sure. Anyways, if we look at Micro Machine's vision, that is still an unscouted hatchery, which I'm
Oh,
actually not sure if that's good or bad for Micro Machine
sorry.
because a lot of
I
people
think I
overreact to the hatchery.
I think my game just got restarted. So can you pause where you are and let me know
Yep.
exactly what time it is?
Oh, I'm at like 110.
Okay. Sorry. Apologies for that. I just okay. Go to 110. Um. Okay. 110 now. Sorry.
Okay, starting again.
Yeah. So, God, as you were saying, he does. I'm pretty sure that SCV saw that. So
Yeah, he just caught a glimpse of it
yeah.
and went back home. I guess that was SCV intending to do a fast expand,
Yep.
and no reaction at all. So taking his second gas, starting a Reaper. Obviously, he's got a little bit of a mineral float because he wasn't able to throw it in that command center.
Yep.
But yeah, no overreaction, which We'll find out if that is good or bad.
So,
Meanwhile, Roach Warren going down on the other side of the map.
oh, this is going to be fun. So there is a Reaper about to pop, and this looks like it's just going to go straight past that. It's not worried about this hatchery here.
Yeah, this is how MicroMachine is lost to proxy Reaper builds, by sending his Reaper across the map when he needs to back at home to defend.
Yeah.
Based on the low worker count, I'm guessing this is going to be a Ravager rush, but it's going to come out much after this Reaper arrives. So we'll see how much work this Reaper can get done here.
Yeah. There's no immediate reaction, and
no. I feel like the answer is going to be a lot.
Yeah, this Reaper is going to save the game for MicroMachine if anything is. Wow.
Looks like SwarmBot's build is kind of hard coded, even though he's not
Yeah.
supply blocked anymore. He's not producing anything out of this hatchery.
Oh, this is not good. But there are 3 Ravagers over the other side now. So it
Yeah,
should be able
not much to deal with them. Cousin Shell Marauders coming, which are okay but not amazing. Obviously, they do much better versus roaches.
Sure, but MicroMachine is now supply blocked as well. So, what the... his Ravagers are going to get... Oh. So
4 Ravagers doing a ton of work here, but these are going to be the only 4 Ravagers. The economy is officially gone for SwarmBot.
Yeah.
We got a single tank. It is sieging up, and is able to do so without any response. Unsieging again, though. If you can find an opportunity to jump on that tank, it would be nice.
Yeah, if we can
Looks
take
like
out
he's
the
more
tank.
focused on these workers.
Yeah, I think it's all about taking out the tank now. If we can just take out that tank, maybe? Oh, this doesn't look good for SwarmBot. Although, there's a 0 worker count for both of them now. But obviously, MicroMachine has floating buildings.
Every time he unsieges that tank, though, there's an opportunity. I don't think... if he catches the tank unsieging, maybe he can get through 3 Marauders in the siege tank.
Yeah, but there's still 2
I
Reapers.
suspect no.
There's still 2 Reapers over the other side of the map also doing damage. There's nothing really to kill
very
there.
slowly win the game.
Yeah. We may end up with the slowest base race in history.
Like, SwarmBot literally can't rebuild. He's at 15.
Yeah. Oh, and I think we're going to see these Ravagers go down.
Yeah, these Swarm hosts are in pretty low health right now. One of them going down, second one going down.
It's
Meanwhile,
not looking good.
mule income is working up the 3rd days.
Yeah, so there's a mining base here for MicroMachine. And yes, so the only thing is this Ravager. Can he win the game on his own?
Yeah,
I
think the question is more, can MicroMachine rebuild and win the game?
Yeah.
You may not even need to rebuild. I mean, these 2 Reapers will probably solely do the job.
I mean, he's got 2 Reapers, 2 Marauders, and a tank. So I think MicroMachine is pretty certain on this one.
A couple SCVs going into the main base.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, to repair.
Oh no. The Ravager hit itself. And there we see the surrender from SwarmBot. GG.
That's a good way to go. I'm not losing to MicroMachine. I'm taking myself out. So that's a victory for SwarmBot because he actually killed himself.
Yeah. So whoever lands the final blow wins. All right.
Yeah. Kill steal.
So there we go. So 1-0 up for MicroMachine. Next map on Juggernautha, or that one. Let's see how it goes.
I mean, we definitely saw some success out of SwarmBot there. I think maybe if he builds a roach at home, he could possibly save his economy, which would completely change the game.
Yeah, I think this is going to be very map dependent, because if the Reaper gets caught at all coming into the main base by the forces over the other side, then it's going to be a problem. But let me know when you've got game 2 up and ready to go.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Down in bottom left, up 1 to 0. It is MicroMachine. And up in the top right, looking to come back with a nice little cheesy build. It is SwarmBot.
So MicroMachine did say early expand, which I believe means barracks before expansion.
Yeah.
Although, no. Yes, it could be. I was wondering if he does a CC first build, what would happen? Okay,
Yeah.
it's not going to be CC first. Okay,
So
so Proxy Hatch gets down unnoticed again, and things are going very much like last game.
yeah. One thing that's different from the quarterfinal matchups is that in the quarterfinals, SwarmBot was placing his proxy hatchery right next to the opponent's main. This time it's in the opponent's natural, which I'm
Yeah,
not
I remember
sure is.
that. 2 out of the 3
Yeah.
games, you put it right in the main base.
Yeah, yeah. So I think he'd have more success right now if he did that. But
Yeah, anything to make MicroMachine react differently, because what you don't want is the game to go exactly like last game, because we already know what will happen if that goes that way.
absolutely.
I do like the way SwarmBot doubles up on each mineral patch. That's
Yeah,
kind of a higher micro thing that usually you don't see that in very brand new bots.
yeah.
But based on his drone count staying quite low again, I think this is once again going to be a Ravager rush.
Yeah, it looks that way. It looks like he's definitely not using the Scarlet technique for mining anyway, but he is mining quite efficiently on those resource patches.
Yeah.
We all know about MicroMachine's mining. He doesn't miss a single mineral.
Yeah. But even solidifying 2 on each patch is helpful. Because a
Yeah,
lot of times your worker count on a base will be 16 of 16, so you think it's perfect, but you'll end up having 3 workers on one patch and only 1 worker on another patch. So it's actually not
yeah.
like fully efficient mining. Reaper heading across the map. It is about halfway there. Roachborn is not done. I'm hoping when it finishes, we see some larvae turn into roaches at his main base. I don't suspect it'll be the case, though.
No, I don't think we're seeing that just yet.
Yeah, so this is going to go very base tradey again, much like last game.
Yeah, it's going to be the exact same kind of thing, I think. Reaper is going to take a while taking out the workers, but these roaches are about to go turn into Ravagers. Fulfill your potential, roaches.
We do have the second Reaper coming to assist. A small difference this game, he did have to float his barracks to get the add-on on it, which just delays his Marauders by 5-10 seconds.
Yeah.
And that could make a difference. Maybe
Also,
one less Marauder, maybe the Ravagers get more work done.
There is a difference here that he can hit the tech lab on the factory as well. Because are we going to see him stop this tank from getting produced? Maybe.
That would be massive. It looks like he's more focused on shooting workers, which is typically the right choice. But in this case, oh, the tank is coming out.
So the tank is out.
No. He's actually got an extra roach this time.
Yeah.
He didn't have that last time. So a couple advantages for SwarmBot over previous game.
But we see, obviously, he's got 0 workers left. That's the big problem. So this is all he's going to have. And that's going down pretty quickly.
Yeah, unfortunately the fight went really poorly for him, but he had 1 extra roach, and MicroMachine had 1 less Marauder.
Yeah.
So it was set up to be a better situation last game. Unfortunately, the tank just got a whole bunch of free hits.
He was quite close to killing the factory before the tank got out, so an extra couple of hits on the factory there would have been really good.
Yeah, I mean, if we see this again in Game 3, we can already imagine like scenarios where this could work out better for him.
Yeah.
If the factory isn't so close to the mineral line, maybe he doesn't get distracted by SCVs. Maybe he kills the factory before a tank pops. And then, you know, 3 Marauders versus, or I guess you'd get more Marauders if you lost the factory, but still, even 4 Marauders versus 4 Ravagers with a Roach could be good for the Zerg.
So I think there we have it with 0 workers, 0 army supply. I think it's time we fast
Sensing
forward
the
this,
pineapple
but
any moment now.
yeah, there we go. There's a pineapple. So if you are unfamiliar with pineapples, guys, essentially bots have a surrender phrase, which like they don't normally like to surrender. But if they say a specific phrase in chat, it's counted as a surrender. So the bots can set their own phrase, but the default one is pineapple. So that's our safe word in SC2AI. But I don't know who came up with that one. It seems to work. Anyway, let's take a look at game 3. SwarmBot still with a chance to come back here. Let's see if he can catch that. I think his biggest chance is catching that Reaper on the way over. If he can get onto a map where maybe he can catch that before it gets to his main base, then that's possibly a chance, but I'm not sure how realistic that is.
You've loaded up the wrong game.
We are on Pillars of Gold.
Nope, it's just a very similar layout to this map as the last one.
Yeah.
Like, did we just watch this?
No. Anyway, are you good to go?
Just loading it up now.
Okay.
And I'm ready.
Cool. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay.
All right, it's down in the bottom left. Down 2-0, must-win match. It is the Red Zerg. It is SwarmBot. And in the top right, it is the machine himself, MicroMachine. It's the Blue Terran.
Yep.
So I don't think we're going to see any deviation in the planned strategies here.
No.
MicroMachine has not mentioned what strategy he's doing, but I assume it's going to be the same one as before.
Yeah, he just said he'd won 100% of the encounters, so he was going to get crushed. But
yeah, that's a prediction I will not bet against.
no, it doesn't look good for SwarmBot at the moment. And he's not one of these bots that has a huge amount of different tactics. He's got a few, but they're all very, very similar.
Yeah, it would have been nice to see something slightly different, like maybe the hatchery in the main base. Maybe that makes MicroMachine pull all his workers, and maybe that would turn out for something different. But it looks like it's going to be almost identical to the previous match. So we're going to need some sort of positioning RNG advantage for SwarmBot to have a chance here.
I mean, it's always possible MicroMachine could crash, or it's difficult to see a way for SwarmBot back into this series, but it's always a chance.
Yeah. So once again, double gas being taken at home, very low drone count, which implies that he's going to be keeping a low mineral count just so he can get only Ravagers. Spawning pool is about to finish. However, the Reaper is halfway done.
Oh, this does not look good.
Is that Reaper later than usual?
No, I think it's about the same time.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So, yeah. Let it go.
Yeah, so first Reaper heading across the map. Second Reaper is on the way. Factory on the way.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Roachhorn is about to finish, about in 10 seconds or so. And we expect the larva across the map will be spawning the roaches. So once again, it's going to be a, shopping spree here for the Reaper on his side of the map.
This Reaper is just pretty much going to end the game on his own.
Well, he ends the economy on his own.
Yeah.
So it's basically how many Ravagers can he get out before this Reaper just turns off the economy altogether?
It's normally 4 or 5, but
yeah. He's not missing any shots either, too, by, say, the drone going into the Vespene geyser right at the right moment.
So,
this map, he doesn't have to float the barracks, so the Marauders are getting started a little bit earlier.
Also on this map, the tech lab for the factory is on the opposite side, so there's no way of hitting that without hitting the factory.
Yeah, which isn't too relevant anyways, because as long as you start the tank in time,
Oh,
it doesn't matter
he
anymore.
has a roach here this time. He has a
Yeah,
roach
last
at
game he
home.
had 4 with a roach as well. Oh, roach on the
Uh,
defense. Oh, you're
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. He's got
Okay,
roach
so a
on the
larva became available at home.
Yeah,
Or all the larva, I guess, was not available across the map, so now he has a roach to fight with.
I don't think it's going to stop his economy from being turned off entirely, but it will allow him to get a bit more out.
Yeah. I mean, maybe this roach buys enough resources for 2 more roaches, right?
Yeah.
Net profit.
But then we're going to go down to this tank, which seems to be doing a lot more work this time. Oh, and there goes the offense.
Factory looks like it's going to burn down.
Okay, so that's
There she
good.
goes.
One more Ravager coming out. But SwarmBot
One roach to win it all. Oh no, and a Ravager. Okay.
Yeah, Ravager now, so... Well, maybe not. Yeah, so I think that's about everything.
I was about to compliment that Ravager for focus firing the weak Marauder, but he focused it right down to 1 hit and then decided never to shoot it again.
Yeah.
So that was a 5 hit point Marauder.
Oh, just this. So I think we can pretty much speed up the unfortunate demise of SwarmBot here. With just a single roach is not going to win this for him, unfortunately.
Oh, the Broodling's got the the 5 hit point Marauder.
That was his plan all along.
Yep. Get him low and then
Yeah.
sneak attack from the Broodlings.
There we go. And there is the pineapple, guys. So GG. MicroMachine into his 4th final in a row. SwarmBot, unfortunately, the run of the SwarmBot ends there. We will see him tomorrow in the 3rd place playoff. But yeah, MicroMachine, again, dominant. Seems like in SC2 AI tournaments, no one can beat him. He's had a few setbacks in the Probots, but when it comes to our tournaments, he's really pulling it out.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
He won what, the last 2
Last
SC2 AI
3.
tournaments?
Last 3.
I think when I first joined, there was one, the tier 1. If I recall correctly.
So we had Tychus won the one before him, I think. If that's one you're thinking about. And then
That's before my time.
previous to that, it was Aircy, a blast from the past, if you remember.
Okay, I might be thinking of robots again. I'm not sure.
Yeah, possibly. All right, so
All right.
congratulations to Raf and Mike Unusual for producing the MicroMachine again. It's extremely well-made bot, and we'll be showing in our final tomorrow. It's time to find out who they'll be fighting in our final. As we have our second semi-final, it is Dominion Dog up against Spiny. Again, quite a new bot in Fiddlina made Dominion Dog.
Yeah, very cheesy bot in that it always does some sort of heavy 1 base aggression, but very well thought out cheese, very well microed, and they do have macro follow-ups, so it's not like he has to win the game on the initial attack.
This is
and a lot of builds in every matchup. So
yeah, this is not like a SwarmBot real huge rush all in, but it will do some cheesy builds. And Spiny, our old favourite, made by Rasper, coming back again, has always done well in our tournaments and is always improving.
yeah, and clearly the best Zerg bot I think that we got in the community.
Yeah.
So super powerful.
All right. Well, I have game 1 up and ready to go. Let me know when you're going.
Yeah, ready when you are.
Okay, going in 3, 2, 1, go. We'll do intros.
Sure. In the bottom left, we have his first and last season in the SC2AI original tournaments. It is Dominion Dog. And in the top right, we have the Zerg powerhouse. It is Spiny. So I haven't watched much of Dominion Dog's TVZ, but I think if I recall correctly, I heard something of him doing like a Marauder Hellbat push that was
Yeah,
giving a lot of trouble to every Zerg bot. I'm not sure if that's still viable or not. I'm not sure if Rasmus figured it out or not. I'm not sure if that's even what we'll see, but I'll be interested to know if that's what we get here.
yeah. I think all of his builds so far in this tournament have been extremely scary. Spiny is actually our only undefeated bot in this tournament. Hasn't lost a single map yet.
Oh,
So
Spiney's doing the Scarlet style mining. If you want to
yeah,
check it out there, his APM is probably off the charts right now. Yeah, 25,000
23,000.
APM.
Yeah,
So if you notice, the drones
crazy.
never actually slow down when they arrive at the hatchery or when they arrive at the mineral patch.
Yeah,
And that actually gives a significant boost to your income, probably like 5 or 10%.
yeah. That's yeah. It was made originally by Scarlet, who was made 4-gate Rush bot, who's also a professional Starcraft 2 player. Who's if you haven't heard of her, go and check out her matches against Dark. They're very, very good.
Okay, so this is a build I did not expect out of Dominion Dog. Hard to make out exactly what it's going to be. He opened with 3 barracks, but he took an early gas as well. I guessed for reactors.
I mean, it's possibly Marauders, you know?
Well, you can't reactor Marauders.
No,
So it's probably some variant of just like a 5-rack all in, except he's doing gas and reactors instead.
yeah, it's a
Which
strange one.
is probably not as strong.
So
But in a moment, he will be able to build 6 Marines at a time.
it's a crazy number.
And picking off an Overlord, if he gets it this early, is super important when you're doing a build this all in.
I'm not sure he's going to get that. But Overlord is going to sneak out of range, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, we really need another Marine to help arrive, but... Oh, no, he's going to get it.
Maybe.
Yeah. That's...
Oh,
The
just about.
Overlord wasn't actually retreating. It was just
Yeah.
moving every time it got shot.
So we do have a couple of roaches coming over to get revenge for the Overlord. It's like, remember, it's this Marine here, roaches.
Yeah. Oh, they're focused on the tech lab, though. I don't think that's the right idea with this many
That's
Marines.
not a good idea.
They'll scan on the Roach. We're able to get them both down. So they're both choosing each other, right? No, I didn't even notice. This is a 1-base build out of Spiny.
Yeah, he's only just started up his second hatchery.
Oh, he's going to snipe the combat shield from the low ground. And this is dealt with.
I think they are coming around to deal with it now. But it's going to be late there.
This Overlord might not grant vision for much longer, too. It's going too deep. Okay, so combat shield has been saved. Like one more hit and he would have gotten it burning. He needed to get down to 133. It's at 145 right now.
Oh, these roaches keep him burrowing. Save them.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice that Dominion Dog's able to scan and pick off these railed roaches, but one orbital, you can't scan that often.
No.
Roach jumped up at the wrong time.
It's like, yeah, it's like you do not want to be jumping up in that area or down. But that scan is
a bunch of roaches going down to that
them.
scan.
Yeah.
4 of them, yep. I really want to see Dominion Dog go. Otherwise, this might get out of control for him.
Yeah, he's
there he goes. And times it with combat shield as well. Ooh, this is looking super scary.
It's a very strong push right there.
Oh, but he gets distracted every time a roach arrives.
Oh, this is not going to be serving him well. He just needs to go straight off.
Yeah, but I think even if he makes it all the way across the map, he might pull back every time a roach comes. And since Spiny and Dominion Dog are taking different paths across the map, I could see this happening over and over again.
Yeah. I don't know how it's coded, whether there's a just go button. Oh no. Although...
So this is going to buy Spiny so much time.
Yeah, but he's supply blocked. Oh, so he's got some overlords in production now. But problem is these roaches aren't really doing anything other than causing delay to the build of Dominion Dog.
Oh, and it distracted his Marines in a way that now that they're crossing the map the same way that the roaches are coming from.
Yeah.
So this is going to not create the delay quite as long, I don't think.
Maybe not,
Oh
but
man, no, but he keeps pulling back when the roaches unburrow.
the supply is still massively in Dominion Dog favour, but and those roaches
Yeah,
are quite inefficient on supply as well, so
Yeah, this game is 100% over right now if Dominion Dog attacks, which he's not doing.
so he just needs to get rid of the I'm not sure if he could build a Raven, but if he could, that would be game over.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen with this build. I don't think we'll see a factory.
No.
Yeah, no stim either. So there's a couple of things that could happen. One is that Spiny, could fully saturate his second base and maybe even get up a third, and then his economy will get out of control. The other thing is Dominion Dog could get to the point where he has so many Marines that he can kill the roaches before they're able to burrow, like as they're burrowing. It actually looks like he's making Zerglings now.
Yeah.
So that's not good.
No, this
no more distraction to keep him back. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Good luck, Spiny.
Don't you just hate seeing this many Marines walk into your base? It's never a good thing.
Yeah.
Even though half of those Marines can't actually shoot at the moment. But...
Oh, you know what would have been beautiful? And this is the bot that does it? Is the hidden bailing bombs.
Oh god.
Can you imagine we're going up a ramp? It is like pop, there goes 50 Marines.
Yeah, there goes your entire army. Good luck. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see that. There's some really good kiting here from the Marines as well.
Nice efficient build though. I love how he pulled off of mining gas as soon as he had enough for his 2 reactors, tech lab, and combat shield.
Yeah. Oh, nice scan as well there, taking out the burrowed roaches again.
Yeah.
So this game is pretty much over. Dominion Dog will take a 1-0 lead here. I'll just speed it up to make sure.
Very cool.
Dominion Dog. Very, very nice build there. And I think if Spiny had kept building the roaches, like they might have got to a point where the roaches could have taken him down. But yeah,
if Rasper's still in the chat, I'm interested to know if he knew about this build out of Dominion Dog. Is this something he's faced before, or is this something brand new?
Anyway, we'll get game 2 loaded up. Maybe Rasper can comment on the way. But yeah, he said it's brand new. But yeah, whatever, it's a really good build there. I'm interested to see if Dominion Dog pulls out something else in the next game. He's a type of bot that would do that.
I think I saw like a little clip of his code, and I saw, I think about 6 to 8 builds for every matchup. And that includes like his Protoss version and his Zerg version of his bot. So yeah, there's a whole big list of them. I'm not sure if they're all done. Maybe they're just shells of what builds could be, but there could potentially be a lot of builds out of Fidelina.
Yeah, all of them are pretty effective. Anyway, I have up game 2 if you're ready to go.
I'm ready.
Cool. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Down in the bottom left. Don't looking to come back from a 1-0 deficit. It is Spiny. And up in the top right, looking to put out some more fun flavored cheese. It is Dominion Dog.
Yeah. You know what would work versus Dominion Dog? If you're looking for something Spiny, or Rasper, I should say, is Dominion Dog doesn't wall off ever. Make like 30 speedlings and go. Just send him on A move, and you'll completely run him over. Terran is so reliant on those walls to survive the swarm.
Mm. Oh, I think Protoss as well.
Yeah, yeah.
If you pretty much need a wall against Zerg if they start sending mass Zerglings at you.
Yeah, basically any points in the early game that Zerg wants, they can have an army supply that's almost double the supply of a Zerg or a Protoss or a Terran.
Yeah.
You got to stop your drone production to make that happen, and those units aren't very good, like Zerglings and stuff. They're very vulnerable to walls, like you said, but they can produce an army that can beat any army out in the open.
Yeah. So 3 racks again with the reactors coming down. I think we're going to see a very similar build.
Yeah. Surprisingly, a similar build out of Spiny as well.
Yeah. No second hatchery yet.
Yeah, I thought we'd see like a, if you lose, switch to another build sort of logic.
Yeah. I'm not sure if we'll see a similar type of reaction here, because if you remember in the last game, it looked like Spiny was taking a different route to Dominion Dog, but this map might lend itself more to a single route. It's especially with those speed shrines.
I think most maps they take a different path, going from top to bottom and bottom to top. Yeah. They'll go on the other side of those.
Yeah. I think they both take down speed map. Shrines, though. I'm not sure if that would make a difference.
Oh, different build. Sorry, we got Ravagers this time. This is not a roach play. I saw the early one base double gas roaches, and I thought that would be the burrow play, but Ravager Rush.
Wow.
Which this can be fun. Obviously they can't beat Marines like A move versus A move, but they do have more speed, they have more range, they have the corrosive bile, so there's opportunities to definitely out micro the Marines.
So one thing
this Marine count is very small because of all that time spent building add-ons and whatnot.
Yeah. So I don't think the Marines are coded to dodge the Ravager biles is the problem. So this could be a very tough hold for Dominion Dog. Oh, but that Ravager is getting caught by the SCVs.
Yeah, kind of. Oh. Ravagers are very low right now.
Oh, that.
Oh,
like 2 shots.
2 of them with the sliver.
No. They're all down.
Okay. That was pretty good work for 3 Ravagers.
Yeah.
He killed far more than their value in Marines, plus he got some SCVs, he prevented some mining.
And there's more and more Ravagers coming in.
Oh, this one Ravager just killed off 3 Marines by itself.
Yeah. So I do like the way these SCVs are crapping in this Ravager, but it's kind of like they're dropping the biles on top of themselves, so it's one of those, you're not trapped in here with me, I'm trapped in here with you, or the other way around.
Combat Shields is pretty close to finishing. These Marines are still popping out like 5 at a time. He hasn't lost the income to be able to produce them.
Yeah.
He might be losing the barracks though. Usually you don't think of losing a structure as being a big deal. You think of Marines and SCVs being the big deal, but this is going to cut his production from
from 6 to
5
4.
Marines down to 3.
Yeah.
One Ravager will survive.
Oh, this is looking very, very good here for Spiny.
Yeah, this could be it.
This is a bot that does not like to lose. Dominion Dog in the last game took his perfect tournament record, threw it in the bin, and he's like, I don't like to lose. You took my 100% record, I'm taking your base, your Marines, your SCVs, and your everything.
So this is why I said a 5 racks is typically better than building 3 racks with add-ons. Even though the add-ons make it cheaper, it gets your units out so much later.
Yeah.
Like the time it takes to build a reactor, you could have built 3 Marines during that time. And usually with these rush builds, it's all about getting units out quickly.
Yeah.
Not building production for cheap.
Alright.
So it had to been like a 5 racks and he arrived and there was, 12 Marines up there instead of 3. This could have been a whole different story.
Yeah. I'm going to pull this over and fast forward it a bit. GG. Spiny tying up the series 1-1.
I think if we play that out again, though, it could end differently. If the
Yeah,
SCV
definitely.
pull timed really well with like 3 Marines just being produced, or if the combat shield just finished like 10 seconds earlier,
Yeah,
it might have been able to hold that.
yeah, definitely. All right. Let's take a look at game 3, shall we? Quite
But as I
excited.
say that, he lost so much to just the first 3 Ravagers, and
Yeah.
Spiny was not letting up.
Oh god, I did love the SCVs trapping the Ravager into the corner though. And Ravager left the choice of, do I bile myself and kill the SCVs, or do I just die to the SCVs?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Anyway,
I'm
let
ready
me
to
know
go.
when you're good to go. Okay. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Order of
All
intros.
right, tied 1-1. In the bottom right, we have the red Terran. It is Dominion Dog. And trying to make it 2 in a row, we have the blue Zerg. It is Spiny with the GLHF.
Yeah. One of our most well-mannered bots. Not as well-mannered as SharkBot. SharkBot takes the well-mannered prize, I think. He was very, very complimentary about his opponents. But Spiny is definitely not going to engage in any assault.
Okay, let's see if we see anything different out of these bots here. I suspect you'll probably see the same build out of Spiny since he had nice success. And there's that early double gas. So it seems like that will be the case.
So Dominion Dog, he might expect to change things up, but it looks like he's just going with the 3 racks again.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm trying to remember when he took his gas last time, though. It seems like he should have gas by now, but he doesn't.
Yeah. I think this might be an even more heavy, marine heavy rush.
Did he hear me and change his code? Now he's doing a 5 racks instead of, instead of
I
a
think
3
he might
racks
have
of
done.
add-ons.
Like, you've been talking to the bots. We'll rename you the Bot Whisperer.
Okay, that does mean his orbital's down sooner, so he's going to get that first mule out quicker, which is pretty important versus this rush. And his marine count will be higher as he's not spending a lot of time building reactors and tech labs. But 3 racks won't spend all your money, so where's this money going to go? Is he going to expand?
I
Not
don't
sure.
know. It doesn't seem like a very Dominion Dog thing to do to expand. Yeah, he is floating.
I mean, he's stopped making workers. He's only building 3 marines at a time. So that mineral bank's just going to keep getting larger and larger.
Yeah. Does seem like he should be building something else soon.
Yeah, 3 Ravagers producing immediately. Smart to morph them quickly. That way they can get across the map faster than if they're roaches.
Yeah. There will be less here to deal with it this time, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Dominion Dogs, yeah, taking the expansion. So it's a 3 racks expand.
Ah.
Interesting. That means he will try to protect the low ground, though, which will give a lot more space and vision for these Ravagers, which is super scary because Ravagers can definitely out micro Marines, at least before they get stim.
It's all about how well the biles can hit, I think, because they aren't programmed to dodge the biles.
Yeah, but they do stutter step forward, which makes them naturally dodge the biles and also allows them to get hits off on these Ravagers. Much better defense this time.
Yeah, so that was really good. And with the second base coming up, that's pretty huge for Dominion Dog. One more.
Surprisingly not making SCVs, though. Expanding without making SCVs doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Adding a 4th barracks, though. That's something. I wanted to see some sort of production go down. Man, that high ground vision is, or lack of high ground vision is devastating for Spiny.
Yeah.
Every time the Ravager loses vision of the Marines, he keeps trying to walk up the ramp and walks into all the Marines again.
Oh. Yeah, this time I
So
think
here he gets pushed back.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he loses vision, oh, Not this time. Marine helped him.
Trapped. Yep.
So he'll keep kiting. Get a couple more hits.
I think hitting biles is one of the most difficult things to do. Because normally if you're programming a unit to hit another unit, you know where it is and you know where you have to shoot. With the bile, you have to predict where the unit's going to be in like 5 seconds, which is a lot more difficult.
Yeah. We are provided which direction the unit is facing, so you can use that to determine where it's going to be. I really wish Spiny would do that versus when he does fungal growth, because when he fungals my Banshees, he doesn't shoot where they're going to be, so he ends up shooting behind my Banshees. But when my Banshees see fungal growth, they move backwards. So I end up moving back into where the fungal growth is, and it lands perfectly every time.
Oh, it's annoying. So this is something you don't see every day. A 3-base Terran on 22 workers up against a 1-base Zerg.
So it looks like, Dominion Dog is purposely building less barracks than he can spend his money on, and that allows him to have the money to continue expanding. But 4 barracks is so few for having 3 orbitals and 3 bases.
Yeah. I think he needs to pick up the worker count a bit as well.
Yeah. I mean, he gets the extra mules, which is nice. Yeah. But yeah, like you're saying, he's not going to get any advantage to having 24 mineral patches available, because he just doesn't have that many workers.
Yeah. So this is something really nice for Dominion Dog, is using those speed zones. I don't think that was coded in, but possibly was. Now he's just picking off Spiny's units one at a time, really.
Yeah. Nice kiting out of these Ravagers, but again, yeah, when you're fighting 1 against 7, and every time you stop to shoot, you get hit by 7 Marines. That's not going to work out well. Spiny trying to transition with an expansion here, but we know when he transitions, he switches into Zerglings, which is not going to be helpful.
Yeah, that's not going to be helpful against so many Marines. So this is a really nice build here from Dominion Dog. But yeah, maybe pick up a few more workers on that would be even more scary, but I think as it is, it's going to be enough.
I don't even know if these Marines were trying to attack. They might have been trying to retreat back home, but they just kept seeing another unit. Oh, there's another unit, there's another unit, and they end up getting dragged all the way across the map.
Yeah, it's like, we really didn't mean to win this, but yeah.
And now that they see a hatchery, they're definitely not going home.
No.
Spore Crawler is not going to do too much unless it falls over and starts shooting spores at Marines.
I've not seen one do that yet. Yeah, so I think that's it from Spiny. I'll go ahead and fast forward this. Dominion Dog will take a 2-1 lead.
Yep. And, you know, take a picture, guys. We have a 3-base Dominion Dog. It might be a long time before we ever see this again.
GG. Yeah,
nice
so Dominion Dog with a 2-1 lead. 1 foot in the final. Up next, it is Pillars of Gold. Pillars of Gold.
I like that strategy out of Dominion Dog. The only thing I would change is not to turn off the SCV production.
Yeah.
Because even going up to like 26 workers on 1 base is okay, because it means as soon as you finish your 2nd base, you can transfer them all. You immediately get your income way higher.
Yeah, he was floating quite a few minerals as he was building his 2nd base. So I think he was up to 300 at once and was kind of like not actually able to spend it, which was a problem. So let me know when you're good on the next map.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Okay, going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, up in the top right. Here's our Zerg looking to come back from a 2-1 deficit, book a place in the final against MicroMachine. It is Spiny. And down in the bottom left, looking to power through to his first final, to face off against the grand champion of all. It is our challenger. It is Dominion Dog. So I wonder if we'll see a different build out of Spiny this time. Looks like pull before
Yeah,
hatch
we are.
again.
There's no double gas, so it's not going to be the mass Ravager. But again, it's not a 15 hatch, so
Yeah.
we're going to be seeing some more one base versus one base action going on here. And this looks like Dominion Dog's going to stick with what works. And I expect we'll be seeing this 3 barracks expansion play again.
Yeah, definitely.
There's a nice compromise between making a bunch of early units to survive and, you know, having an economic follow-up.
Yeah. I think he's going to be doing the expansion as well. No gas this time, obviously. So, yeah, stick with what works. It's what a lot of bots do, actually. It's like if they find a tactic that works, they'll just carry on and use it until it doesn't.
Yeah, that's a very generic way of coding multiple strategies.
Yeah.
You can try to stay one step ahead of your opponent, though, and anticipate when they switch strategies and stay one step ahead, I guess. But
it's very
I think we're going to
dangerous
see the
do
burrowed
that.
roach build just based on the gas timing and the lack of a second gas.
Yeah. So
Seems to make sense.
that's something that could be very powerful.
Yeah, I'm imagining one big difference out of Dominion Dog versus this is he'll have a second orbital. So he'll have twice the amount of scans. And he's pretty good at scanning the roaches, as we've seen.
Yeah. So when you're programming the bots, you do know where the cloaked units are. You just can't tell. You can't obviously shoot them. So,
but only if they have a visual indicator.
Yeah.
So burrowed roaches don't have a visual indicator unless they're moving. So as soon as they burrow, you can't see them anymore. Now, if you burrowed a complex bot and you saw a roach disappear in the middle of your vision, you can make the assumption that it burrowed there, and you can save that and remember. But yeah, Zerg units that aren't moving underground, you can't see them. So things like creep tumors, burrowed Zerglings, and whatnot.
Okay. That's weird.
So there's the expansion. Here come the roaches. If this expansion gets up and turns into an orbital, I like it for Dominion Dog.
Ooh, but he's going to get SCV out of that, I think.
Maybe,
yeah. If he gets the SCV, all those burrowed roaches are going down. Oh, that scan pretty much just shut down everything Spiny was trying to do.
The only downside is that he prioritizes roaches that aren't burrowed when he scans.
Yeah.
I think for the duration of the scan, you should probably prioritize the ones that are burrowed.
Yeah. I guess there is that, but you know at any time the unburrowed roaches could burrow, so yes.
So once again, these burrowed roaches are dragging the Marines back, are able to pick off the SCV building the command center. So delaying that second orbital, which will be so key to the success of a Dominion Dog, and expanding the background. So maybe the Spiny can somehow transition ahead in this build. Once again, killing that SCV.
Yeah.
So no second orbital for quite a while. Okay, there goes another scan. Can you get all these roaches? I think the answer is yes. Beautiful.
Yeah. So I noticed Raspel was saying in chat he thinks the games might have been out of order. I'm pretty certain they aren't. Just do a quick check. It seems like all the timestamps are in order. So yes, these games are definitely the order that they were played in. I can share your data with you later, so we can have a chat. But yeah, it seems like this is the correct order. So more burrowed roaches coming in. More scans.
But now we have double orbital.
Yeah.
The scan doesn't have many Marines here, and the Marines are distracted by the unburrowed roach, so he actually won't kill the burrowed roaches with that scan.
Yeah. But they are coming up now. Ooh, that roach was just a few hit points away.
Yeah, these Marines are always caught out in the middle of nowhere. It's like they never make it across the map. They're never at home to defend. So the vast majority of these Marines are not doing what you would have hoped. They will be able to pick off about 4 or 5 roaches now, though, with this scan, which is nice.
Yeah. So yeah, that was good. Yeah, it's just going to be a case of how long before he transitions into Zerglings, which I think he's doing now.
Yeah. And that'll end the delay. And the
Yeah.
thing is, it's not like game one where every minute of delay was getting better and better for Spiny. In this case, he's not really ahead economically, right? We do have a third orbital getting built for Dominion Dog, so the delays, weren't really gaining much for Spiny. So this might be actually the worst case scenario of the 3 matches so far, or the 4 matches, I should say.
Yeah. This might be a dominant win there for Dominion Dog, I think, now. Is that a nice little burrowed Zergling there?
I mean, still a very low worker count for Dominion Dog, so he still has that issue. But army size is ridiculously in his favor, 43 to 15, and its army is now moving across the map and just encountering slowlings, which are no threat.
Well, it's just going to try and drag it away, but I don't think that's going to last for very long.
Wow, even when he loses vision, he still keeps looking for that Zergling. And it will bro.
I think it's going to come all the way back now.
I think there was maybe an Overlord in this base. I think that dragged out the whole pack back.
Okay, you've got a flying Overlord in your base, guys. You need to drag back an entire squad of Marines, 50 of you, just to shoot it. It's like, I don't know if you ever played EVE Online, where essentially if you catch a ship, you get your entire alliance out, so you just get on the kill mails. I think it's a similar thing for here. It's like, I want to be on this kill. But yeah, it looks like Dominion Dog will now push in for the win, booking its place in the final tomorrow.
There he is.
All these queens going down.
And this build could get so much stronger too.
Yeah, definitely.
With constant STV production, he could be on like 5 bases and 15 barracks right now.
Yeah.
If he just didn't turn off the income.
He doesn't need it though. There's the only defense left for Spiny is really those bait broodlings. Even more rings spring. So we are gonna sit here and watch the victory lap for Dominion Dog, I think. The massacre of all the Spanish workers.
Crash.
Crash and bring us to a game 5. No. Yeah, so Spiny has done very well this tournament, making it to semi-finals, and we will see him again in the 3rd place playoff tomorrow, up against SwarmBot. Dominion Dog, of course, progressing into our final, which is going to be something to see.
Yeah, I know Fidelina had some tricks ready for MicroMachine in last season's ProBots, which he never got to display. So I'm not sure if he pulled out those tricks during the ladder race, but maybe there's still some MicroMachine specific builds that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the case. I think, like you said earlier, one thing that MicroMachine has been known to lose against is cheese. So it's always a good option to use up against that. So anyway, let's just take a quick look at the bracket now. If we can.
I think one worry for next week is we did see how Dominion Dog likes to fall back whenever he sees a unit near his base.
Yeah.
And the way the Reapers and Banshees and Cyclones out of MicroMachine like to always be dancing around the edge. I could see possibly an issue of Dominion Dog even getting across the map.
Yeah. So anyway, there we see the bracket for the final, guys.
Yeah,
SwarmBot
let's check it out.
confirmed into the final. Swiney losing 3-1 to Dominion Dog. So our third place playoff will be SwarmBot versus Swiney, and our grand final, MicroMachine against Dominion Dog. I think that that's going to be an amazing final. Like, if Dominion Dog can pull out some fun cheese up against it in a TVT matchup, I think that's going to be fun.
We'll see what he's got prepared for MicroMachine.
Yeah.
But he's a tough nut to crack, that MicroMachine.
Definitely.
You can say like, oh, you just cheese him and kill him, but it's like he's probably the best bot against cheese, even though that's the only way to beat him. That's also like one of his strengths, as well as handling all that different cheese.
Yeah. So it's going to be a lot of fun. But anyway, so that's all coming up tomorrow at 9 p.m. UTC. Kedrock,
Nice.
hope you'll join me for that as well. So we can go over that.
Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Brilliant. So
Same
thanks
time?
everyone for watching. Yep, same time tomorrow. Thanks everyone for watching. Kedrock, thank you very much for coming on at short notice. Been great to have you. And we'll see you all tomorrow.
See you guys.